Right, tomorrow, 3:30 p.m, Enzo Maresca's Chelsea look to get back to winning ways in the Premier League when we welcome our old friends Brighton to Stamford Bridge. And despite the fact that we did record a midweek win and that the season is almost still in its infant stages, pressure is beginning to pile a little bit on Enzo Maresca. The injury and suspension list is piling up, and therefore not only a win in this fixture, but also a performance in this fixture is much, much needed. So here today to help me break down the game and give our thoughts on it is the big dog, channel fan favourite, Mr. Josh Aveste. Josh, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm actually optimistic Chelsea fan, unlike the rest of Twitter. I feel like I am living in almost like opposite lands.
Why? What's the rest of Twitter saying?
I just feel like everyone's very negative at the moment. I feel like people just need to cheer up a bit about how good we are.
I mean, it's literally been like two bad results, or two or three bad performances.
And let's be honest, two bad performances. One of them, Robert Sanchez, ruins it for the whole rest of the team, doesn't he? Let's be fair.
Of course.
And then Lincoln, like, it's a Carabao Cup game. I don't even give a fuck about the Carabao Cup.
I made the point the other day, right? Who are the holders of the Carabao Cup?
Do you know what? I can't even remember.
Newcastle.
I can't. That shows you how much I care about it.
So the League Cup is I don't even know if it's called the Carabao anymore, but the League Cup is held by Newcastle, right? We just beat Lincoln by a 1-goal margin. Not the greatest performance, not a match that will go down in the history books, not one that will be remembered all that well. But we won, didn't we, by a 1-goal margin. Newcastle were the holders of this cup. They won the cup last season.
Yep.
Do you remember their third-round fixture?
No.
You should do. It's
It was us.
It's your second club. No, it's not.
Oh,
us.
AFC Wimbledon.
AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah.
What margin did they win by?
1 goal.
1 goal. 1 goal.
Do you know what? The AFC Wimbledon are a good team, to be fair.
About the same.
They are.
They're about the same as what we played.
But in my heart, they'll always be better than
Yeah, exactly. But they're about the same as what we played. And we won by a 1-goal margin. Newcastle won by a 1-goal margin.
Yeah.
We got beaten to... Look,
But Joey, Newcastle haven't spent £400 million.
Yeah, well, you know.
This is the thing.
If
you spend money, the thing is with all of those things is it's all about spending money. It's never about the money you bring in. It's never about the actual way the businesses work.
Well, no, it's more so just about the agenda that suits the people that are employed. It's Paul Merson, for example. Paul Merson, right?
I thought you quite liked Paul Merson.
I quite like Paul Merson. Paul Merson's a Chelsea fan, even though he played for Arsenal. But again, there's an agenda, and is it an agenda or is it a lack of competence or is it both? So Paul Merson said that he'd be worried for Chelsea because whenever Brighton go to Stamford Bridge, they always seem to get a result.
That's a bit awkward because he obviously hasn't looked at the stats.
How many games have Brighton ever won at Stamford Bridge?
I don't know that, but I've had a look at the recent form, and obviously we've done that.
No. Forget
let me have a
recent
guess.
Form.
Let me have a guess.
He's a top pundit. He's a top pundit. So whenever they go there, they always seem to get a result. Go on.
2.
Brighton have won 1 match at Stamford Bridge in a history of fixtures that goes probably about 110 to 120 years back. So is it incompetence? Is it an agenda? Or are these pundits just shit? We'll let you lot decide in the comments section below. But before we get into all that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you can hype the video, we still have no idea.
Hype the fuck out of it.
We still have no idea what it does.
But you're a hype man.
I am a
For
hype
most
man.
other people, you are the hype man. So I feel like you guys need to do us a favour and hype Joey Knight up. If we can get into this leaderboard, whatever this metaphorical leaderboard, it might change the world.
Well, there you go.
We might become the biggest Chelsea channel in the world.
I don't know if I'm a hype man anymore. I've had to stop reading the comments.
In the world. Do you remember that? Can you just fuck off about stop reading the comments? Because the comments are all really positive.
No, they're not. I get some horrible
Oh, you're
shit.
chatting shit. Can everyone write a very nice comment for Joey right now? He needs it.
I'm not chatting shit in the slightest, mate.
You're Jamie Vardy because you're getting banged, my friend. And not in a good way.
I reposted clip of a young lad who's got a terminal illness, with the Chelsea players yesterday. This is someone I know personally, This is like a family friend, someone I know personally. Reposted it. You should see my inbox messages. Disgusting. Horrible stuff, mate. So you'd be surprised. And that's why, unfortunately, for all of the people that I love so much because they've contributed so much to the channel, for my own mental health, I'm going to have to take a few weeks off reading the comments, mates.
What platform was that on? Instagram.
That was on Instagram, but you've been getting them through YouTube as well.
You need to stop worrying about the social media comments.
I'm not worrying about it.
No, but as in social media is completely different. Guys, do us a favour. Put it back to me for a second, Joe. Do me a favour. Write Joey a nice comment.
No.
And do you know what? Do me a favour and write this. What's the favourite thing that you've always loved about this channel? There you go. That's
straight
the one
away.
thing.
You're wrong already.
Come.
Favourite thing.
I feel like I said favourite.
You said favourite.
Favourite.
Favourite is how it's pronounced on this channel.
I'll always be your favourite.
There you go. You will. You will. Right. It's hard to gauge where Brighton are at this moment in time, don't you think? Like, it's been a weird start to the season for them.
It must be weird as a Brighton fan seeing Robert Sanchez, Cucurella, João Pedro. Could we go on? Moises Caicedo. You know, it must be weird seeing them at Chelsea and being so successful. Because even Robert Sanchez has had his moments.
Yeah.
Would you say that Robert Sanchez had more good moments at Chelsea than Brighton?
Yeah, because
he got dropped at Brighton.
I mean, he did get dropped at Chelsea as well, but he never worked his way back into the team at Brighton, did he?
No.
So,
and I've always rated him as a number one.
Number 9.
For that, number 9 and number 1 for that reason. Yeah. What do we expect from Brighton? Look, I think they have got a young, exciting manager. Obviously, Maresca's done some press recently, today, I believe, where he's actually said, do you know what? I respect this manager. He's doing very well. He knows what he's doing. He also didn't say, but I feel like he should have said, he's had the best hair transplant I've ever seen in my entire life. It's straight as a fucking arrow.
I haven't seen it before and after.
Some people say you should go for a bit more of a natural look with the hair transplant. He's just gone ruler straight across the front.
Straight across, almost drawn on. Yeah, there you go.
But do you know what? They've still got some good players. If I was to guess, we'll probably end up buying Ruta.
Do you reckon?
Because we're going to buy can you call it? What's the next Brighton player we're going to buy? Because we're going to buy another one. Oh, it could be the goalkeeper.
Could be
the
goalkeeper.
Could be Van Hecke.
I mean, to be honest, fucking Veltman at the minute we could do with.
No, I'd say Van Hecke over.
No, but I mean,
we're not getting Baleba.
Baleba's going to go for big money. Matoma, I can't believe that they turned down the bid that they did from the Saudis. I can't remember what Saudi club came in for him, but there was a Saudi club that came in for him, and I think they came in for him. Maybe he said he didn't want to go. I think, yeah.
Because then you just reject it because he's not going to go anyway.
Could well have been. An opening day draw with Fulham wasn't the worst result. They came up then against what I was about to say. I feel me and you both called it a massively improved Everton team, right?
I really rate Everton.
Yeah.
I think they can have a good season.
And listen, time will be the proof of this, but at the moment, I do think a massively improved Everton team. They fell short there. They followed that up with a hugely impressive upset victory over Manchester City. Then they lost to Bournemouth, and then they drew with Spurs. So patchy to describe. I know they just pumped someone 6-0 in the League Cup.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about League Cup, mate.
It honestly doesn't even mean anything. But yeah, look, if you look at those teams, you have to say they've played some quite difficult teams. Spurs resurgent under Thomas Frank, looking quite good. Obviously, the Man City result. Bournemouth, I think, are going to be real dark horses this year. I mean, is there a possibility that Bournemouth are going to end up being the Forest of this season? I think it's very likely. I'm really quite looking forward to the Areola era at Chelsea.
There's a strong possibility that they could be the Forest of this season, because you've got to remember, Forest only finished 7th in the end.
Yeah.
So
not even that good. Really.
And they were nearly the Forest of last season. Bournemouth, when you look at things, weren't they, until they dropped out towards the end. So yeah, there's a possibility of that. Is there Are you asking me? Is there a possibility that they could challenge for Champions League football? Not finish there, challenge for it. No, I don't think there is. But yeah, there's been a lot of people, pundits and whatnot, saying about Areola to Chelsea. That mate, I've heard sack Maresca, stuff like that. It's mad, man.
It's
like
very
it
early,
really, people really need to understand what a storm is, and then two, when you get there, learn how to ride a storm. In my opinion, because at the moment we're not in a storm, and even when we were,
Yeah.
I remember the 7-game run.
Yeah.
In, what was it, 2022, is it, or 2021? 2021, 2022 season, I believe it was. I think it was that. I remember that 7-game run. Yeah? We didn't win a game in there. So, like, we just come off the back of winning the Club World Cup. We always knew that the players were going to be a little bit leggy. We've got a lot of injuries and stuff going against us at this moment in time.
Huge injuries. We'll get onto it. We've discovered even more injuries today.
Exactly. We've had
Actually, quite a few.
We've had to change our team sheet last minute.
Almost live.
Yeah, almost live.
It's completely fucked us, to be fair. And this is the thing, no one's talking about the injuries, mate. And no one will ever give us any sympathy because Chelsea, by 85 million players, have got a squad of 45. We haven't had a squad of 45 ever. So just piss off with that rhetoric. And let's be honest, if Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, any of those teams lost the spine that we had lost right now, they'd be a worse team.
Well, there you go. There you go. Despite all of that being said, I do put Brighton into a category. And that category is Fulham, Crystal Palace, Brighton, Bournemouth probably sneak in there as well. Forest, depending on this season. And that category is what I'm saying is teams that I don't expect to be in the top 5, but teams that could beat everyone in the top 5. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like any of the teams that you mentioned, you go, oh, that's not going to be an easy game. That's going to be a tough one. And they could get a result against us, for sure.
However, at the same time as saying that, and listen, Brighton have gone out there and beat Manchester City this season. If you go and ask a bookmaker who's going to finish higher in the league this season, they'll tell you Manchester City over Chelsea. So I'm not ruling out this possibility, and I'm also a realist to understand that life doesn't just work like this. Football doesn't just work like this. You'll get draws in there, you'll get the odd loss in there, but on the whole, I believe that my expectation is that category of those teams that I've just said are teams that we should now be beating. Maybe a season or two ago, despite the mainstream, pundits and whatever saying, oh, you spent this much. A season or two ago, I'm kind of thinking, these are matches that I genuinely can see us losing and whatever. They're not now. They're matches that I do think that we've done enough and we've progressed enough to be getting over the line in, but they're matches that I give the respect to the teams, to the managers, to the players. And as we've said, Brighton have got some terrific players, right? We'll keep a close eye. Terrific little players. We'll keep a close eye on all of them and we'll probably put bids in for them in January. However, right, our record against Brighton is mixed of recent. Every season has a low point, doesn't it? And everyone's low point is at a different time. So, like, say, for example, you go back to the Pochettino season, you know what most people's low point, I think, would have been?
Was it the Wolves game?
The Wolves game was a real low point. For anyone that doesn't remember that, I'll give context on that. It was supposed to be on the 23rd of December. They moved it to the 24th of December. They put the game on Christmas Eve away at Wolves. Public transport was suspended, by the way, on that day. Chelsea offered coaches and stuff like that. The people that did brave the trip, the people that did sacrifice family time and stuff like this, remember Christmas, for those who celebrate it isn't just a day a lot of the time. People come over from far away and stuff like that. For the travelling Chelsea fans, that Wolves loss was appalling. Contributing factor into the reason we lost against Wolves that day. Do you remember that game?
Don't remember off the top of my head, no.
Well, I suppose you won't be able to remember who didn't pass when he was
Raheem
through
Sterling.
through on goal for
I
about
do
the
remember
third
that
time
now.
that season. He done it against Villa, he done
I've
it
tried
against
to
Wolves,
forget
he
that
done it
moment.
against Nottingham Forest. We get onto that.
He's going to be in the squad, isn't he?
He's
He's going to be on the bench for this one, isn't he? We haven't got any players.
Listen, yeah. All I'm saying, prove me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments. All I'm saying is when I say sometimes that I feel like there's a agenda against Chelsea, I get labelled a conspiracy theorist. Oh, everyone get the violins out, whatever. Can you remember the PFA coming out and condemning a club before?
No, I can't. I honestly can't.
They've apparently come down and condemned Chelsea for the treatment of Disassi and
I'm
Raheem
sure
Sterling.
they were doing it about Man United when they had their bomb squads.
Yeah,
I'm sure they were doing it about.
Look. This is the thing. Yeah, obviously we blocked all of these moves for Sterling. It's not like he didn't have offers on the table.
We have. We are a disgrace. We keep ruining players' careers, and it's just so unfair on them.
He didn't have offers on the table.
He could have gone to AFC Wimbledon. Yeah. That's the team in London. He could have gone to Sutton United.
On a serious note, yeah, Crystal Palace, Fulham, there were plenty of teams. West Ham. I'm on about teams that actually showed interest in Raheem Sterling, right? Axel Disassi, it's a different matter, whatever. But in terms of teams that showed interest in Raheem Sterling, now further afield, there was loads of offers, there were offers from sides that you would imagine you'd want to go and play with. Okay, you want to keep your family in London, that's fine. But what is above Jack Grealish to Raheem Sterling? Why can Jack Grealish drop down to a team that last season battled for relegation, but Raheem Sterling couldn't drop down to a team that potentially, a top 10 finishers or something like that?
One thing that I can guarantee about Raheem Sterling is it's definitely not about the money, because he's never really been like that. Do you know what I mean? He's never really been worried about the cash.
No.
I'm sure Fulham's, offer of half his wages wasn't the determining factor.
No. And by the way, let me just state it very, very clearly here. This isn't actually really me going after Raheem Sterling. Like, I've got no problem with Raheem Sterling. I was singing my heart out for Raheem Sterling in 2021 when we had the Euros and whatnot. I think he's been a great player for the national team. I made a bold claim that Raheem Sterling has accomplished more at national level than David Beckham has. People hated that one, but the statistics would prove me right, by the way.
That's true.
So people hated that one. So let me just get that in before anyone says I'm coming for Raheem Sterling here. What I'm saying is, for the PFA to come out and condemn it, what is all that about?
Mate, honestly, I do think it's less PFA and I think it's more media. Because have they actually done a statement? I haven't seen any statements.
That's what I've been reading. The PFA have
Yeah, but I haven't seen any formal statements from them. What I've seen is a lot of media outlets saying that the PFA are concerned with the way that we've treated Raheem Sterling and Disassi as well. But really, all it is, mate, is unfortunately we've got newspaper columns to fill.
There you go.
Airtime to cover.
There you go. Well, I'll get back to what my original point was, the low point of last season.
Yeah, what game was it?
Last season, the Wolves game that you're on about.
Yeah.
If you are on about the Christmas Eve fixture.
Yeah, that's what I was on about.
That was the season before under Pochettino.
Yeah.
Last season, the low point for me was the 2 losses in 1 week to Brighton. Mm-hmm. So obviously, both of them were at the Amex. Someone should probably... Amex, whatever, I don't care. Someone should probably remind Paul Merson of that. Not that it's his job or anything to get these things right. But either way...
We like Paul Merson. You shouldn't go after Paul.
I'll go after whoever the fuck I want, mate. I don't give a fuck. I'm just pissed off now anyway, so it is what it is.
Any of the pundits you're going after. Don't think you're going to get called for Sky anytime soon.
Couldn't give a fuck. Could not care less, mate. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. Look,
that gold chain isn't free. That's all I'm saying.
It don't come free, mate. I don't give them that in party bags. Look, the form against Brighton before then was quite good. I think we'd reeled off like 4 wins in a row, something like that. We'd had a 4-2 win. That was the match where Cole Palmer scored the screamer. You were in attendance, weren't you?
I was in attendance for that game, yeah.
And you'll be in attendance for this game?
I will be in attendance. Going for a lovely lunch before.
Someone who may be in attendance but won't be playing is... the man himself, Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer, fucking hell, yeah.
So he's going to be out for a little while now.
What a mare that is. So we're hearing 3 to 6 weeks. They're saying they're definitely going to rest him up until the international break. And then even after that, he might still not be back in the team. So he's aggravated this groin problem. It seems like could be quite a significant one. If it's a recurring
surgery,
injury.
Isn't he?
Well, they're saying they're trying to avoid surgery.
Yeah, but they were trying to avoid surgery with Reece James for fuck knows how long.
I haven't heard anything to confirm that he's actually going to get the surgery. What Maresca said today is that he's being rested so that he can recover.
Okay.
I think surgery is always the last option. You don't really want to do that.
Obviously, we've added additions, but we have got the same manager. We've got a lot of the same players that would have played in those games against Brighton from last season.
Yeah.
Do you think in modern day football, because I'm not even going to ask you in the past. In the past, it was definitely a thing. Like in the past, I very much believed that players would go into a fixture. Remember, I mean, look at, Roy Keane and Vieira in the tunnel, stuff like that. There were historical...
Roy Keane and Haaland, the original Haaland.
Yeah, there you
Alfie
go.
Haaland.
Our thing, yeah. Historical beef, stuff like that, and points to prove. Do you think that players in the modern age think like that? Because I, as a fan, do. I, as a fan, think like that was our low point last season. We got the piss taken out of us. We lost. I think it was 2-1. I watched that one with Brian. Actually, I watched that one 2-1, and then we got beat 3-0 in the Premier League by Brighton. Embarrassing, really. Do you think that the players have that in their head when they go into this fixture? Do you think that the manager reminds them of that? And the reason I say that is, do you remember the Fuck All or Nothing documentary about Arsenal?
Fuck All or Nothing. I don't know if it was.
Was it called All or Nothing?
I don't know if it was called Fuck All or Nothing. It should have.
I thought it was called Fuck All and Nothing.
Yeah,
sorry.
There you go. But it was the title.
It was All or Nothing. Sorry.
Maybe you should do your own documentary called that.
What? Fuck All and Nothing. Yeah, I couldn't do about Chelsea because we're Club World Cup champions.
I think if Enzo Maresca is doing his job, he reminds them of that in the initial sort of like managerial chat before the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you remember? Sorry, Mikel Arteta reminding them of the Ivan Toney tweet in that documentary.
This guy, he is so cringeworthy.
He's proper cringe, isn't he?
He's proper cringe. Like the thing. Do you remember the thing where he brought out the speakers to replicate the noise of Anfield? It's like, mate, get a grip. Just play. Do you know what, Arteta? Spend some time on actually learning how to attack. That'd be a good lesson to do.
We're going to speak about another man, hopefully, who I find very, very cringe in a bit. But Brighton's main threats, who do you think the best players are?
I really like Ruta, to be honest with you. But also, I have to say, you're going to laugh at me, but I actually went to Old Trafford once to watch a Brighton versus Man United game because one of my best friends is a Man United fan, and I accompanied him there. Danny Welbeck took the piss out of Man United. I think it was the season before last.
Yeah, I remember.
He took the piss out of it. I think it might have been the first game of the season, actually, last season.
Welbs was getting starts, by the way, against us over João Pedro.
Which is
Pedro was
crazy.
being left on the bench for Brighton in I think 2 consecutive matches against us. And
you have to say, we have taken their best player, though. He was their best player. You have to say that. So
I'd say Matoma's right up there at the minute. Obviously, as you say, he's getting on an age. Baleba, he'd probably end up getting sold for 70, 80 million, something
plus.
Like that. Maybe even more if he has a really good season.
Yeah.
One man I'll give a shout out to. I had never heard of him, and I only heard of him or got to know about him through Brian because he came through the academy. He was the Newcastle lad, Minta. He's a good player, very exciting. Terrific little player.
Very techie. I think, look, let's be honest, they've got their system is very attacking. They're going to throw bodies forward. I was listening to a podcast earlier on today where they were basically saying they don't like to play any real balls through the midfield. Like the midfielders are just there to sort of soak up the pressure. They like to progress the ball quite quickly and quite aggressively. And I do that front four of the Ruta, the Welbeck, and then the 2 wingers that we've mentioned. That's a good front four. It's a very solid, and also against what might end up being a makeshift defence for us. It's not going to be easy. I hope that Reece James plays.
Do you know what, though? I often think in football and life, sometimes you stumble upon success. You fall into success. Do you know what I mean? And you'll see the lineup that we've gone with in a minute. To be honest, most hardcore fans are going to be able to guess the lineup because we haven't got that many options. One thing to remind you before we get into it is your favourite player, Buonanotte.
Good night.
He's not able to play. He's not cup tied, but when a player's on loan, whatever.
What a shame. Do you know what? I actually lost sleep about that.
Have you started rating him any higher than when we first signed him?
He was a panic buy because we didn't get Xavi Simons. It's like, let's be no better about it. It's a reserve option, backup option. He looks like he's a decent player. Is he ever going to be anywhere near world class? No.
But do we judge every single player on that?
I want Chelsea players to be near enough world class.
Yeah.
Let's go through it for a second. Caicedo, world class.
World class, yeah.
Enzo Fernandez won a World Cup. Is that not the definition of world class?
Of course, yeah. Can I counter that?
Yeah.
You were a big advocate for Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Do you think he's ever going to reach world class?
I think people are sleeping on him. I think he'll be playing for England and he'll be starting for them. And
You've given a politician's answer there.
Bellingham is quaking in his boots about the form of Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah. You full well know that he's not going to reach world class level.
He's such a good player, though.
So what you've done is you've hit me with some of the best players in world football.
Esteval, is he going to be world class?
Yeah, I think Esteval will definitely be world class.
João Pedro, could he be world class?
Potential.
For Brazil, 100%.
Potential. Mark you?
Yeah, I do love Mark Hugh.
He might be starting for Spain. Minutes,
he might be starting for Spain.
Listen, what I'm saying here is I don't put him in that same bracket, so I don't judge him off of that.
Fair play, mate.
And check the receipts. Everyone go and check the receipts. I've never said anything. So the world-class argument is not something I've said there. But when we signed him, I said to you, and nothing's been proven, by the way. Like, just because he got a goal the other day in the in the League Cup, it hasn't proved anything. But one thing I did say to you is I think he'll surprise a few and be a decent impact player for us. Someone that comes off the bench and does stuff like that. I stand by that. So I was just wondering whether your opinion on him has changed.
Can I say, again, this hasn't happened and maybe it won't ever happen, but I would rather Mark Hugh plays over Bonanotte. And you go, why? They play in different positions. Play João Pedro behind him.
Push João Pedro back into the turn.
I've honestly really appreciated Mark Hugh. I think his pressing is really good. I think his finishing when he's played has been really good as well. Did he score a hat-trick in the Conference League?
He did. He also missed 2 open goals in that group stage.
There you go. But I do really rate him, and the lack of game time has surprised me massively for Mark Hugh.
We called out a panic recall.
Yeah, but I mean, we were panicking.
We're
panicking for Delap.
Anyway,
one thing
you know I love is a quiz.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I
thought I loved quizzes, but you love them more than me. Do you know what I'm going to do for you? This, because by the way, people don't know this. I write a quiz every Christmas for my family, and I share it to a few very select group of friends. I'm going to have to do your own version for you and your family.
No, because it'll just be geography. Boring, mate.
I do a music round.
Go on then, give me a music question now.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Ain't got none. Right, okay. I'm going to give you a little quiz, right? Name me one player, that has played for both Brighton and Chelsea before the
takeover.
The takeover.
Bloody hell, this is hard because they were in the fucking Championship back then. Is this is this in the Premier League era?
It's not that hard. So I won't lie, right? There were 3 that I knew off the top of my head. There were originally 4, and then I had to look the dates up on one and realised that Levi Colwell's loan was after. Because I thought, did that loan come just before?
Are we doing permanent players?
No. It can be whatever. As long as they were on the same shirt, they could have one appearance. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is this. It has to have been... I think the takeover was May, and then Colwell's loan was in August, so that can't count. So just name me one player that has played for both. I could think of 3 off the top of my head.
Is Robert Sanchez after the takeover?
Yeah.
And you could name some of these off the top of your head.
I promise you, hand on heart, 3 of them I was able to do before I looked it up. So I jotted them down and then I looked it up because I thought, I'm going to annoy Josh here. I'm going to give him a little quiz.
God, I'm really struggling.
Well, you have to use one of your lifelines then.
Go on then. Give me a clue.
You want a clue?
Yeah.
Okay. One has won a Scudetto.
Can you give me positions?
Reverse cowgirl.
Yeah. Doggy.
Doggy. Oh,
The flying eagle.
Sorry.
The flying
Sorry, I
eagle.
thought you were on about
That's the second half of this quiz.
Yeah.
We're going to do Joey in 30 seconds. Has to name as many as he can.
I only do one.
Or act them out.
I'm a doggy man. Right. Do you really need another one? Okay.
Scudetto.
He's won a Scudetto. He never gets a look in for England.
Never gets a look in for England.
Comments will be going mad right now.
I don't know. Go on, tell me.
He's won a Chelsea Academy. He's won a Scudetto. He never gets a look in for England. His name is...
Gilmore.
No. I'll give you the clue.
Gilmore did play for Brighton.
He did. He
so
did.
Is that one of the options?
No. Because it came after the takeover.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. Do you want the clue
Yes.
that will ultimately give you it?
Yeah.
Banger at the Molineux.
Tamori.
Yeah.
Tamori played for Brighton.
Uh-huh.
Fucking hell, I didn't
Another
know.
one that you will, what's the word? Shoot yourself in the foot, kick yourself, whatever I'm saying. Another one that you kick yourself a little bit over.
Yeah.
Tyrant Lamptey.
Tyrant Lamptey, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want the other one?
That is a bad one.
Do you want the other one that I knew?
He's left now, hasn't he,
Do you want the other
Lamptey?
one
They
that
tried to get rid of him.
I don't know. Do you want the other one that I knew off the top of my head?
Go on.
Wayne Bridge.
Wayne Bridge, Brighton.
Yeah, Wayne Bridge.
Wow.
Wayne Bridge.
Did he come from Brighton? Did we get him before?
No.
He went to Brighton after the Chelsea career.
No, Bridge came straight to us from Southampton Academy,
So
didn't
he played for Brighton after Chelsea.
Played for Brighton after Chelsea.
Fair play, mate. Fair play. I didn't know that.
Do you want one more? I'll give you one. Your favourite ever Chelsea number 9.
Chris Sutton.
No.
Seriously, my favourite ever Chelsea number 9, or a joke one. Mikhail Forsell.
No.
Johnson.
He had no right to wear the number 9. It was so random that he wore the number 9.
Coloured Booraroos.
No. Did he wear number 9?
Yeah, Coloured Booraroos wore the number 9.
Oh, all right. Ginger.
Steve Sidwell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stevie Sidwell.
Do you know what's annoying is I actually once took over Brighton in Football Manager and I had Steve Sidwell in the team.
Well, there you go. See, you
By the
really-
way,
memory of a sieve.
as per Football FM 13, Solly Marsh becomes an unbelievable player.
Really?
Solly Marsh was the next David Beckham in my
I've
career.
rated Solly Marsh. Is he getting on now?
He's getting on, yeah. Oh, he must be in his 30s for sure.
Yeah.
They have the
Do you want one more?
they have the oldest player ever to play in the Premier League, Brighton.
Yeah, 39-year-old
Crazy.
James Milner.
39.
Yeah.
Do you know the next oldest player in the Premier League?
Yes. Is it a goalkeeper?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh no, go.
He's
tell
like
me.
36. I can't remember the name. Thought you were going to get it.
Oh,
I was watching.
anyway,
it the other day.
there was one more that's played for both.
Go on then.
My brother, Leon
Knight
Knight. Yeah.
played for Chelsea.
Leon Knight came through Chelsea's academy and made one appearance for Chelsea. Terrific.
That's a
little
sneaky.
appearance.
That's a sneaky
Terrific
little
little
option.
appearance that one was.
You guys, let us know in the comments how many of those you got right before naming them, because they were obscure. I didn't know that Tamori played for them.
Yeah, Tamori.
On loan?
Well, it would have been.
Must have been on
yeah,
loan.
yeah. I think he played about. I don't know, like
In the Prem?
15 games or
In
something.
the Prem.
No, it would have been
Must
when
have
they
been
were
the
in the championship. I'd imagine. Yeah, yeah.
I
Before
thought
we
that Billy Gilmore would have counted.
no,
He
because
left after the takeover.
No, but even when he was there, it was during the Foley era. Yeah, I know it's hard. Times get confusing, mate. It's all confusing.
They all blur into one, Joey. for me.
I have BR,
When you're as old as I
BR
am.
and AR before Roman and after Roman. You know what I mean? Listen, before we get into the team itself, despite being the league's joint second top scorers, I think we are, and 10 goals, so joint second top scorers, I do really want to see a quick start in this match. I think that a little bit of unrest and definitely getting on the manager and the players' backs can be something that will be felt if we don't go out there and we don't look good in this fixture. At the same time, I do caveat that by saying we've got injuries. We've played a couple of days ago. We are looking a bit leggy, so I understand it. What would I rather? A great performance, but we draw the game, or a shit performance, but we win? I'd rather the shit performance, but we win. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say here is I do really want to see something in this game. I want to see something to get me excited. I want to see something to make me just feel a little bit better. And I am starting to realise that Chelsea does affect my mood
It does.
way more to...
It affects all of our moods.
No, but I feel like I'm specifically like maybe I'm just self-centered and only thinking about myself, but it really fucks me off. Like, do you know what I mean? It really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Really affects my mood like badly when we don't play well.
I get it. I see it.
I want us to have a quick start in this match. One more thing I say about Brighton before we give the team sheet away, right? So we did team sheet in a second, then we give some score predictions, right? Just quickly, when we played these lot in pre-season under Pochettino and beat them, do you remember who scored a belter of a goal?
No.
Your boy. Mikhailo Mudryk.
What a hero. We could do with him.
We've not covered him on the podcast.
Oh, I've covered him.
You've covered him. you've
That was the wrong word to use, Jerry.
Well, listen, I don't think you're his type because he's out dropping game on birds on Instagram.
I loved it. I respect it. He's completely fallen off the wagon, and you've got to respect it.
I don't respect it.
Have you heard the rumours that he's going to be competing in the fucking Olympics?
Yeah. The thing
He's
is,
quick, to be fair.
He's quick, but the thing is, though, if he's serving a ban, he's not going to be.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you change sports. If you're serving a ban, it's a performance enhancer. You're not allowed a performance enhancer now.
He's going to be proved innocent. You know?
Eh?
He's going to be proved innocent.
He's not. I don't think. Would you think of like? I know the fella's young. Change your country. Do you know what I mean? It's hard. I was very. No. How old is he? 22, I think.
I think he's older than that now. I think he might be 24, coming on 25.
I was about to say I was very immature at that age. I weren't.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think he's made a lot of mistakes
on social
recently.
media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's getting to a point now where like the club should have a word and just say, mate, chill out a little bit? Like the stuff you're posting is very cringy.
I think the club are actually trying to distance themselves so much from him. And I think only after we get the actual result from the drug test, we'll find out this. But I do think they'll probably terminate.
We've had the result.
We haven't had the formal sentencing from the FA.
That's a different thing. We've had the result.
Sorry. When they get the formal sentencing, I think then that what they're going to do is terminate the contract.
Yeah.
So they're keeping him within the ecosystem right now as much as they can do. But then as soon as that verdict comes down, they will just terminate the contract and they'll move on.
Can I say something about sounding disrespectful and whatnot? Like, listen, I've said it's cringy and whatnot. I'm pretty sure Mikhailo Mudryk's seen our stuff. I
think he's probably watching this right now.
I'm pretty sure he's seen my stuff because we see him. Well, you didn't see him, did you?
What? Where?
In Saudi.
No, I didn't see him.
No, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, in Saudi. He was in Saudi.
What, as in you actually spoke to him or you just saw him?
No, I didn't speak to him. No, I just see him. I just see him stood there. He was in Saudi.
I didn't see him, yeah.
He was in Saudi, yeah.
If I had seen him, if you'd seen him, what would you say to him? If you met Mikhailo Mudryk tomorrow and you shook his hand and you went, "You're right, Mikhailo," what would you say to him?
Well, you know, I'm like, you've been with me when I've seen loads of people. I don't normally speak to them.
Yeah, but what was if he what was if he said to you, "Went rightly so, big fan of the podcast, we watch it all the time. How are you?" Would you have a conversation with him? What would you ask him?
I'd ask him, more importantly, how are you?
Yeah.
And I'd ask him, I'd have a lot of things to ask him.
What would you ask him?
How did it get in your system? But either
do you think he knows the answer?
Eh?
Do you think he knows the answer?
No.
Yeah.
No, really, but that doesn't mean that there's like, obviously, because I come from a boxing background, I understand how these things work. As a professional athlete on, what's he on? 100 a week, 90 a week?
Probably more than that. And I love that you're classing yourself in a professional athlete in the same way as Mikhailo Mudryk. I respect it.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying.
As a fellow, you should have said, as a fellow professional athlete, Mikhailo Mudryk and I share a lot.
I'm not classing myself as a professional athlete at all.
Semi.
What? I've not got one on now, no. No. You have, because we're talking about Mudryk.
I've already covered him, mate.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm done now.
No, I'm not saying I'm a professional athlete, but I understand that as a professional athlete, by the way, one that gets tested by the same testing organisation that tested Mikhailo Mudryk and found the adverse findings, I understand that you are responsible for what is found in your body. Now, would I feel hard done by right? If I tested positive for something that I know that I had not taken as a performance enhancer, would I feel hard done by? Yes, I definitely would. But can I tell you one thing? And I'm going to let the cat out the bag here. These lot don't know this. I'm not earning $100,000 a week.
They think you are.
I know you'll think I am, but I'm not. I don't earn $100,000 a week, right? Mikhailo Mudryk does earn.
He's $100,000 a day.
$100,000. Mikhailo Mudryk does earn $100,000 a plus a week, and that means with that money, I do think that you should have chefs, you should have stuff like that. And you've got to remember, there's a lot of incidents, and boxing fans, I know this, where you know, fighters will take their own water, fighters won't drink stuff, they'll take their own chefs, they'll take their own meals, stuff like that. That's fighters. They are here in comparison to where footballers are on the pay scale. Yeah? You're responsible for what goes into your body. So do I think he knowingly ingested it? No. Do I think that he is responsible for what goes into his body? Yes. And therefore, it's in my opinion that he will be proven guilty.
Yeah, and I think he will also be proven guilty. And unfortunately, I feel like he'll be banned for a significant amount of time, probably 2 years plus. And then Chelsea will...
It does us a favour,
Chelsea will rip up the contract. Now, is doing us a favour ripping up the contracts and getting his wages off the books? Or would we rather have a lower ban, mean we don't rip up his contract and sell him?
Hard, really, to answer that question.
I'm not anymore, because I said I've covered him.
No, you've covered him. You've covered him in everything. No, hard really to answer the question. I thought the question you were going to ask me was, would we rather have the, like, because obviously, you know, it's like a return, you know, it's like that money we now don't have to pay off, and for PSR reasons and stuff like that, it's good. Would I rather that?
Well, we're not going to pay the bonuses, are we?
No, exactly. Yeah. But we wouldn't have paid the bonuses anyway, to be honest.
By the sounds of it, they were quite serious.
But what I am saying is, would I rather that go towards our PSR and be able to reinvest it and whatever, and wish Mikhailo Mudryk the best in farewell? Or would I rather him be playing for us right now? I don't know.
Can I ask you for a prediction on his next club?
Galatasaray.
I think that's a really good shout.
Really?
Turkey. I think Turkey's a really good shout, yeah. If I were going to guess, I'd go AC Milan.
Yeah. Could see him.
Italy.
Could see him there. Could see him there. Let's get into our team sheet for today, which you can see on screen right now. Now, what we've got, Robert Sanchez in goal, Reece James starting at right back, Josh Achampong paired with Trevor Chalobah. Now, I understand that originally, right, Josh here, not Champong Josh, Aveste Josh, he wanted to go with Tosin Adarabioyo. I wanted to go with Wesley Fofana. Unfortunately, in this life, you don't get what you want, you get what you're given, and what we've been given is an academy graduate, one that is a terrific player, by the way. There's no denying that. I think he's looked good every time he's played for Chelsea. And obviously, if you look at the clubs that have been in for him in the past, you can see the potential and the ceiling that this kid has got. And that is why I say about potentially stumbling upon success. Do I think Josh Achampong would have started this match had it have not been for the injuries? Absolutely no way. But do I think that sometimes an opportunity presents itself? Absolutely. And therefore, I am happy that Josh Achampong is getting this start. Where I won't be happy is if anyone else gets injured, because they're dropping like flies at the minute. One man who's not dropping like flies, who's absolutely invincible, is the one and only Marc Cucurella. Now, we have gone for almost free in that midfield, and I think it's to sturdy things up, but we'll get onto it after I read out the team sheet here. Andre Santos getting what I believe will be his first Premier League start of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it is. Caicedo and Enzo. Now, the way I formatted this on the team sheet is probably slightly different to how Josh is going to explain to you in terms of what he wants to see on the field. Esteban needs to start. And I'll tell you this, why. If we've not got Cole Palmer in there, right? And as you can see on the other wing, we've got Pedro Neto. I believe that Pedro Neto is going to be really, really important for us in this game, as he is in every single game. And I'm not deducting from Pedro Neto's creative quality and what he's able to offer us in terms of output. But I think that defensively it just offers us so much that he's a vital player to have on the pitch. And then João Pedro leading the line for us. But there could be interpretations or different variations of this team that you'd like to make. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the team you would field in the comment section below. Would you possibly not have Andre Santos in there? Would you possibly not have Enzo Fernandez in there? Would you put João Pedro into the 10 where he can play and has played well? Maybe give Mark Yu that opportunity. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But, Josh, why don't you explain to me a little bit how you see that playing out with the team that we fielded there? Because the first thing I think that people would be asking is regarding Enzo in the 10.
So the way that I see Enzo's role is that I think he will directly, and I don't think you think that I think this, there's a lot of things in there, I think he will directly replace Cole Palmer. And I think that Enzo Fernandez has been expected in a double pivot to arrive late into the box and get goal-scoring opportunities. I think in this game, what he's going to be doing is, rather than having to do those gut-busting runs that he has to do, which quite frankly he's not the best at, I think he's going to find himself in and around the penalty area, and I think he'll be basically playing as a number 10. Now, the only variance of that is if Andre Santos rotates with him. So there might be a situation in which it is a traditional 4-3-3 with Caicedo at the base in the midfield and then with two sort of number 8s, which we haven't played that often, really. We've mainly played the double pivot. So if Andre Santos is being able to find some space and he can get up and down, then potentially you'll see that him as a number 8. But I think he'll mainly, going back to Enzo, I think he'll mainly be as number 10.
There'll be some hardcore Chelsea fans who actually took the time to watch more than just Strasbourg highlights, like what you did last season, yeah? I never watched a full match of Strasbourg, did you?
I watched like a 60 minutes of one.
16?
Because I was interested in Petrovic and Santos.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm watching more and more of Strasbourg because really you're finding out what the next players for Chelsea are going to be.
Yeah. Also, remember, not just the ones on loan. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just any of them. I mean, Omega, I'm really interested to see how he does. Because ultimately, he could be our number 9 next season.
What was our lad that went there that's actually doing well for him? Was it Moreira?
Moreira is playing really well for him.
Yeah. That's another one, like, we could buy him back, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying we would, but I'm just saying there is interest in watching Strasbourg. I used to watch Strasbourg highlights, same way I used to watch highlights of Palmeiras that
Esteval. Yeah.
Esteval was playing for, same way I used to watch them. But I didn't used to watch full 90s. There will be some of you that are that hardcore that you are watching full 90s of Strasbourg, and those ones of you may be saying that we have got the positions wrong for Andre Santos and Enzo Fernandez.
I don't think they would.
You don't think they would?
No, because he mainly played in the double pivot quite deep, actually. Santos for Strasbourg. So
popped up with goals and assists, though.
He popped up with goals and assists, but I think that was mainly because he was playing in the Enzo role where he does do the gut-busting runs. He wasn't really playing as number 10 for them.
I look at Esteval in this game, and I think that...
And I think Esther, wow.
Esther, wow. Oh, that was classy. How long you had that one?
I've been playing
Hold on. I'm the dad here. Yeah.
You're the ones with the punnage.
If anyone's going to tell dad jokes, it's me.
Can you give us one?
What?
A dad joke.
I'm not going to give you one right here on camera. Fucking hell.
This has been one of those podcasts.
It's just one of them ones.
In your end, though.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Right. Okay. Esteval's the man I'm looking to in this game. I think Esteval can produce moments of magic in this match. And realistically, I want to talk about Garnacho as well, because that's a player that not only do I want to see off the bench, but also some people might feel we've gone a little bit defensively minded there. Some people might have thought that you could have picked between Enzo Fernandez and Andre Santos and actually had Garnacho in that 10 role. Because although if you look on... I mean, you could look on SofaScore, you could look on Transfermarkt, you could look on wherever, and you'll see that it's a very small percentage of games that he's actually played in that number 10 role. I, from memory, can picture him in that number 10 role playing for Man United.
Yeah.
And I think he plays quite well in the number 10 Garnacho.
I think it could be Garnacho. I think it could be Esteval.
Yeah.
I think it could be quite a few options. I think both of them are inexperienced in that role, and so it would take a big leap, wouldn't it? To play those guys there. But I agree with you. I think I would want to see Garnacho play. Caveat to that, mate, is Were you that impressed with him against Lincoln?
Garnacho.
Yeah.
Um,
He didn't set my world on fire against Lincoln.
I think I would caveat that
Yeah.
by saying that were you that impressed by anyone against Lincoln?
No.
Okay, so if we go on, we've got to always go on that basis. If you're saying we weren't overly impressed by anyone, then you go, okay, were you more impressed by Garnacho than you were by Jamie Gittins? Yes, I was.
Yes.
Was I more impressed by Garnacho than I was...
Buonanotte. There you go.
Yeah, but then I've always said I rated Buonanotte.
I know.
I think that Garnacho is going to be a bit of a game changer at times.
Good. I really hope so. I hope he has a bigger impact than Sancho, mate. If he has a bigger impact than Sancho, we'll have done well.
Now, we have already got a score prediction for this game.
Have you?
We already have.
Have you put some money on it?
Have I put some money on it? I've put mega money on it, mate.
Tell me how much money you put on it.
I've put a £5 on it.
That's shit. To be fair, for Joey Knight, he said he's not on £100 a week. That's quite a lot of money.
There you go. No, but right, what do we always encourage people to do?
Check out, I don't know, betting app?
No, when we're doing this, before we get into it, obviously, I've put it on with Stake, mate. The one, the only. And do you know what? These odds on Stake, mate, are
really good.
so generous.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you my score prediction now for the game. And in doing so, I'm going to tell you the bet that I've put on. I have got 2-1 Chelsea, and I've got Esteval, right? Now, most people will know if you bet with... I'm not going to say the name of these other betting companies, but most of the time, it needs to be like first goal scorer. And if you go any time, it will significantly reduce those odds, right?
Yeah.
So, 2-1 Esteval, any time. He can score at any time. It doesn't have to be first goal scorer. Any time. That almost gives you a safety blanket as well. Because what it means is, if Esteval doesn't start the game, you can still win your bet. I understand that you can still win your bet if he doesn't start the game and the game's goalless when he comes on. But it very much means that the odds would be, very much against him. Yeah?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, Esteval can score at any time. We win the game 2-1. I put a £5 on that. You would be expecting me to get, what, 50 odd?
60 max, yeah.
60 max?
Yeah.
Yeah. £99.
That's a good amount of money.
That's a fucking great return.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even saying it, yeah. Mate, I don't... You know one thing, and I don't big stuff up for the sake of it. We do a bit of work with them, whatever. I wouldn't get... I can tell you now, we can look at it. You can look it up. You won't get that price.
Yeah.
You won't get that price
Exactly
with other betting apps or other betting firms.
And what we'll also do is Joey actually you've got your own group, which I'm a very proud member of, on StakeMate, that you can join. All you got to do is hit the group section of the app, hit invite code in the top left and type in JOEYK. If you do that, we'll actually share that, so people don't even need to go and scroll for it. We can literally just share that bet.
To be fair, when we share that in a sec, I guarantee loads of people put that.
There you go. I think that is a very feasible bet. That's very feasible. And there'll also be a link in the description, by the way. If you do want to download the app, it will be linked in the description as well.
What is your score prediction for this match?
I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
Not that excited about it.
But then again, you were a lot closer than I was. I said 5-0, didn't I, against
I thought
Lincoln.
at the tail end of that game, I thought I was going to be proved correct. Nearly was. I feel like we should have won that game 3-1 in the end.
Yeah.
So that was my prediction. Didn't quite get it right. What we do need to start doing, and I feel like we have to do this now for every video that we do going forward, we have to create a little table of how close we actually are between you and I, and have a steak dinner on it at the end of the season.
Someone needs to create it for us because we've just not got the
so
time to
there
do
will
this.
be someone in the description, someone in the comments, I should say, that will do this for us. Create a little spreadsheet and start our scores from now. What we'll do is we'll do a point system. If you get the result right, you get 3 points. If you get the score right, you get 5 points, and we'll tally it up at the end of the season.
We'll have one person, that does this, and like if multiple people do it, we'll pick one person and we'll let them know early on so they can stick with it. And for doing so, at the start of next season, we will get you your shirt for next season.
Done.
Yeah? Deal?
Done. Deal.
Shake on it?
Deal.
Good lad. Right, people, thank you very much. By the way, I will be doing a watch-along for the game off of the channel tomorrow, and then the post-match review, everything like that. So please do me a massive favour. If you haven't already, like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the Joey and Josh podcast, which is linked in the description. We have got a banger of an episode dropping on Sunday for you guys. Or if you're a member of the Joey and Josh podcast before then, we will see you all in the next one.